Hey everyone, so we are done with defining the extraction fields, and now we might want to validate some rules using those fields. Something as simple as checking for equality, or maybe something more complex, like whether you want to find out a value is within a certain range, a certain word is within a extracted paragraph, or a list contains a certain value. This especially is useful in categorization. I hope you can find more use cases. So in our example, let's keep it simple. We will just create a validation rule that checks if the total amount of the invoice is within a certain range. So you can start by clicking Add Validation Rule button, and you're immediately greeted with the form to create rules. Let's just name it total amount is between 100K to $1 million. So that's quite an important range. Now we add an error message. It could be anything really. Let me just total amount is not in between 100K and $1 million. Yep, something like that works for us. And here comes the part where you define the conditions. Now, since we are looking at a range, we will need to add an AND condition. So you click on the drop-down menu here, and you can see a list of your extracted fields. In our case, there's only one because we just created one field. We can see now select an operator by clicking here. You can see there are a lot of ways you can test for conditions. There's equal, there's greater than, less than, and so on. Of course, there are more conditions depending on the data type on the left value. In our case, we will choose greater than or equal to. And on the right value, as you can see, we have an option to choose between the extracted fields and a certain manually defined value, which in our case would be $100,000. We do the same below, but just change the operator to less than or equal to, and add a manual value of $1 million here. Finally, we click Save, and there, we just created our validation rule.